Technically, we're a week early before the official 1 year mark for this channel, but this was the next scheduled video release date, so here we are. If you've seen some of my other videos, you know I have a tendency to like my life lesson chats, so I did some reflecting on all the lessons that I've learned from this past year of posting on YouTube, and here's what I came up with. So the first point I'm going to start with is kind of a duh. It's the one that everybody talks about when they're posting their 1 year on YouTube, 5 years on YouTube, reflecting on my time on YouTube video. And it's to just start. So expanding on the lesson of just start, I'm going to go with do the scary thing. Just start the scary thing that you have looming over your head. For me, it was YouTube. And I do remember mentioning this lesson in my other video about like what YouTube has taught me, but I'm going to add to it, okay? It's going to be different. So in the other video, we talked about how doing the scary thing is only scary because you don't have a reference point. Your brain is just trying to protect you from the unknown. Your brain is just trying to keep you safe. That's why it's scary. That's why it's so hard to do the scary thing. But you just got to do it. Once you do it, you experience whatever it is, you know what the outcome is going to be, therefore it is less scary. We've already talked about that. What I want to add to that point is that I feel like when most people get to the point where they're like, okay, I'm ready to go for it, I'm ready to jump in, I'm ready to do whatever the scary thing is, they go into it with the mindset of, I have to do it right, I have to do it perfect, I can't fail. And that's another aspect of what holds us back. You all know that I have a fear of failure. I have a whole video on it. So I understand that mindset of like, okay, I'm going to finally go for it. I'm going to do this, but also expecting yourself to do it perfectly or well enough that it's not embarrassing. And I feel like that whole embarrassment factor probably plays a factor into it. But I feel like that's the thing that holds so many people back from trying to do the scary thing, whatever it is that they're facing. And you really just have to embrace the fact that you're not going to be good at it. It's going to be messy. You're going to stumble through it. And the right people are going to be supportive of you for even trying. Yeah, maybe you have people laugh at you because you didn't do it right, because you were so wrong, you failed, whatever. But you have the satisfaction of knowing that you had the courage to do something out of your comfort zone and essentially become a better person. I'm considering this next portion as still part of the same lesson of just do it, do the scary thing, but maybe you see it as something different. I don't know. I'm counting it the same. So I have this little mental trick that I use. I don't want to say hack because I hate it when people say hack and they just tell you the common sense thing to do, because that's not a hack, okay? So I'm calling it a trick. And my mental trick is, even if it's not for the first time, when I have to do something that I don't like public speaking, okay, I tell myself that I'm better than everyone. And you know, people always say, you're not better than anyone else. You should only try and be the better version of yourself. You're only competing with yourself. You're not competing with others. Don't compare yourself to others. Okay, forget all that. Because when I say it's a mental trick, I'm saying you're using that thought as a way to motivate yourself, comfort yourself enough to go through with it. I don't mean act upon it and, you know, go up to someone else and be like, I'm better than you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're using this as like a psychological trick. There might be some scientific term, or maybe this is some sort of psychological technique that people use. I don't know. This is just something that I do. But when I ever had to give a presentation or give a little talk and speak in front of a group of people, small or big, I would tell myself, you're better than them. You know more. You're an expert at whatever you're saying. You perform better. Like, you really have to hype yourself up. I do feel like it's a little bit more than just confidence. I do feel like you really have to hype yourself up to the point of delusion, honestly. You know how on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, social media, they always say, oh, I'm so delulu. You really have to be delulu to be talking to a camera like this, okay? To be talking to a camera and to pretend like there is an audience there, to pretend that you're talking to a person. And I had to do that in the beginning. I had to kind of put myself into this mindset of like, yeah, I'm going to be a great YouTuber. I'm going to be a great famous YouTuber one day. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't, whatever. You have to really hype yourself up to the point where like you believe that you're already great at it. And that's just to get you over the threshold, over that fear threshold that's holding you back from even trying to begin with. So going back to my stage fright thing, I do consider talking to the camera as a form of public speaking because I know that when I post this video, people are going to see it. Whether they like it or not, that's a different story, but I know people are going to see it. And I used to think that maybe I kind of got over my stage fright because I got a little bit better at speaking in front of people. I'm not saying I'm great. I'm saying I got better as I had to do it more often in college and whatnot. And of course, as you do things more frequently, you get better naturally. But it turns out I haven't actually gotten over my stage fright. Or public speaking, I don't know what you want to call it. Because something that happens to me when I film these videos, once I start talking and I get on a roll, like it just goes, okay? But then when I go to edit my videos, I have no recollection of filming. It's like I black out. And I do know that is something I tend to do because I used to do that in high school when I would have to like do sing-offs and chorus, sing in front of the class. I would literally black out and like not remember a thing. To me, it's kind of weird that I still do it because in high school for chorus, like it was traumatizing for me, okay? I was holding people's hands when I was singing. I was like hyperventilating afterwards. I was crying afterwards, and year after year, it would get a little bit better. There'd be less tears, less trembling. Like, yes, I was trembling some years, okay? And it got better. And so I really thought I got over it because speaking in college and whatnot, I wasn't having those blackout moments. I wasn't having to hold someone's hand. I wasn't shaking, none of that. But here, talking to the camera again, I'm finding that I am losing chunks of time after I finish filming. I forget basically the entire time period of when I was filming, of like what it felt like, what it was going through, you know, I literally forget what I say in the video until I go to edit. Then I remember everything. I'm like, oh, I guess I did say that. So yeah, I guess I haven't gotten over stage fright and public speaking yet. I feel like that whole blackout stage fright portion kind of makes it sound like it cancels out the whole just do it, do the scary thing, do it messily. But I still think it's worth it. I still think the amount of growth in myself that I have gathered this past year just because I've been talking to a camera, coming up with these videos and posting it on the internet for whoever wants to give it a chance to see, like, I think it's worth it. I think it's so valuable for people to try and push themselves to do whatever the scary thing is for them. Maybe you've been thinking about wanting to do YouTube and post videos, do it. Maybe you've been wanting to quit your job and change careers, do it. Maybe it's as simple as you want to try a new sport and you're just scared because you won't be good. Just do it. The whole point is to just do it. Do it messy, do it with failure, and just learn. Because even though I am still having these blackout moments of my filming time, I know that I'm still getting better. I'm still practicing my public speaking. I'm still practicing transferring my thoughts into words and not fumbling over my words. I'm still improving myself, so it's worth it. The next thing I've learned from posting on YouTube is that I don't want my friends and family to watch my videos. I'm not making my videos for my friends and family, so I don't want them to watch my videos. And that has become a big pet peeve of mine because I see so many people like on threads, they will complain how their friends and family aren't supporting them, aren't watching their content, aren't giving them a like, you know, aren't commenting on their videos, aren't giving them feedback on their videos. Why? Why do you want your friends and family to watch your videos? Because one, that messes up the algorithm. They are not your audience. If they are actually your audience, that's a different story. But I think it's safe to say most of us are not making videos for our friends and family. I don't want my friends and family to watch my videos. My husband knows that I make videos, but he does not watch them. I still don't even like filming in front of him. Like, he's not in the house right now. In fact, I gotta hurry this on up because he's gonna come home soon. My best friend knows that I post on YouTube, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't watch, and I don't take offense to it. I am pretty sure the handful of my friends that know I post on YouTube don't watch my videos. I don't care because they are not the ones that I'm making these videos for. If they watch my videos and have stuff that they can take away, that's fantastic. I love that for them. But they are not the ones that I'm making videos for. They're not the ones I have in mind. Your friends and family that know you post on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, social media, they can support you in passive ways. They don't have to actively be watching your videos, liking everything, sharing it to everybody, trying to push it out for you. They don't have to do all of that. They can still be supportive in their own ways. And I feel like people forget that, one, content creation in itself is still so new. It's still weird. And if they're not in that space themselves, if they're not in the content creation world, it's hard for other people to grasp the concept of it. For example, just a normal example, my best friend is in the pharmaceutical industry. To be honest, I have no idea what the fuck she does. I just know she's in a supervisor kind of position. I just know that she has whack ass hours. She was on night shift for like a long time. I know that she sends me random videos and pictures of like stuff that she might be working on that she's allowed to share. And it'll just be the weirdest thing. And in my opinion, that is still support. Allowing her to share her world with me, share her day-to-day life experiences with me, that is being supportive because I am allowing her the space to express herself. When I went to go visit her and I told her that I wanted to vlog my trip with her, my sad attempt at a vlog at least, she was still supportive. How was she supportive? She would remind me, hey, do you need to take a video of this? Hey, do you need to take a picture of this? Hey, do you need a moment to like do some sort of camera thing? She would help remind me that I wanted to attempt a vlog. She would wait to eat her food. She would give me space to film. She would be quiet. Like those are still acts of support because even if she doesn't understand, which she kind of does. She actually had to take a class in social media. So she actually did realize like how much work goes into it and how different it is from what she's used to. But she recognizes that and she supported me by helping remind me, help set things up, help give me footage ideas. That is still support. Did she go watch the video? I don't think so because I didn't even tell her I posted the video. I didn't tell her the video was posted. I didn't share the video with her. So she probably didn't watch it. That's okay. I don't take offense to it because she showed me that she was still supportive in the moment by being a part of the experience with me. That is still support. So when people want to complain that their friends and family aren't supporting their content creation journey, like it just sounds so stupid to me. Because again, if I'm not making content that my friends and family are going to naturally search for and naturally gravitate towards and click on and watch, I don't want them. I don't want the fake hours. I don't want the fake views. I don't want the fake subscribers. Not fake, but like, they're not doing me any good by just being a ghost subscriber, okay? Like I want people who are truly finding value in what I say, who truly relate to me, who truly resonate with my videos. Those are the people I want because they are the ones that are going to be active. They are the ones that are going to help me build this community. They are the ones that are going to help make this channel into what I hope it can be. And I wish other people would just understand that. Okay, sorry about that. I get a little heated about that topic if you couldn't tell. And of course my husband came home while I was in the middle of talking in one of my clips and I'm like, oh no, he's here, he can hear me. We're gonna push through knowing he's in the other room. Okay. A while back, I got a comment about how my channel feels like therapy, how my videos feel like therapy. And yes, I agree. It feels like therapy. I don't know if she meant she feels like the therapist or if she feels like it feels like therapy to her too because she resonates with what I was saying. But for me, it definitely feels like therapy. Like I am bearing my soul and feelings and thoughts to people of the internet, hoping that someone will understand and relate. But here's the thing. I've also come to realize I really don't care if my videos get views or not, because for me, it is still therapeutic, oddly, to just voice it all, create a video out of it, and then watch it back. There's something about talking everything through and creating a video about it where it's basically helping me process it, basically helping me understand myself better. if that makes sense. Branching off of that, I've also come to realize that when I sit down to make a video, especially earlier on, there would be times where I would just get stuck. I would try and start talking. I would look at my script, my notes, and nothing would go right. It just wouldn't flow. And I wouldn't be able to figure out why. And I would get so frustrated because I was like, why can't I get this out of me when I know it's what I believe in, or these are my thoughts. So it's like, why am I struggling with this? And I've come to realize, looking back at the particular videos where this happened, they were videos where I had some unresolved stuff. I don't know what the word is. I was trying to share thoughts and beliefs that I hadn't quite fully resolved in my head. And I remember in particular my video about how moving was the best decision I've ever made for myself. I struggled with that video so much, but that is a belief that I have held since I decided to move. I don't even know how long it's been, like almost 10 years now. So I was like, why am I struggling with this? I went to Nico and I told him the problem I was having of why am I struggling to get this out of me, to create this video, because he knows that is a very strong belief that I have, that moving is one of the best things I've ever done for myself, that I feel like everyone could benefit from moving. We talked about it and he helped pinpoint some things that were basically not resolved for myself. There were aspects that I was trying to kind of bulldoze over and ignore for the sake of making the video. And they were things that I had to come to terms with myself. And once he said that, once he kind of voiced that that's what was happening, I was able to talk it out with him, kind of come to terms with things. And finally, that video came to fruition. And from that point on, whenever I came across another video that I was doing and I got stuck, it was like, okay, go talk to Nico, figure out what your deal is, figure out what the fuck your problem is, because clearly you have one. Otherwise, you'd be able to say what you need to say and get this video filmed. So yeah, filming these videos have been like therapy for me. And it's helped me identify where I still have unresolved issues. And I don't know if I can say I've been able to fully resolve all of them, or in the future, if I get stuck again, if I will be able to resolve those issues right then and there. But it's brought it to my attention. I'm now aware of this tell that I have of when I have unresolved issues. And frankly, it tells me in what aspect I need to be honest with myself and do some soul searching. Once I do all that, I can get the video out. And then, life is good. All right, we are on the last lesson point of this video. You could say it's kind of related to the last one, but it's the fact that I make these videos for me, which is so contradicting to what all the YouTube gurus say, to make sure you're giving value, you're giving to your audience, it is for your audience. And I agree. But I do also think it's okay to have a selfish aspect to it, because like I said, I make these videos for me because it is my therapy, essentially. I started posting these videos because I did want to help other people. I did want people to find relatability. I wanted them to know that they're not the only ones feeling a certain way, having certain thoughts, having certain experiences. I wanted to find people who understood my experiences and know that things get better, know that it's going to be okay. And all of that. I want my videos to help people. I want my videos to help you. I want other people to find value in my videos. But I also think it's okay to be selfish and say that I am making my videos for myself as well. I think I have it in my bio or something for this channel. It's like healing myself one video at a time. I literally mean that. When I come up with a video idea, it forces me to do reflecting of my own, because how else am I going to come up with what I say for the video, I pull from my own life, I pull from my own experiences, my own thoughts and feelings, And filming and making the video helps me organize my thoughts. In a way, it helps me organize my thoughts by forcing me to organize my thoughts. Does that make sense? Because I'm being forced to organize the thoughts and say it in a manner that makes sense because I'm sharing it for other people. And it needs to make sense to them, for them. Because I'm forcing myself to do this whole process, I also benefit of like, there's some clarity there. That makes sense now. And that's what I mean by it's okay to be a little bit selfish when you make some videos. This point, reflection, concept, it was just something I thought of because YouTube gurus, YouTube coaches, they're always saying, make sure you're giving value to your audience. Make sure you have your audience in mind and it's give, give, give. And again, I agree to an extent, but I don't think it's wrong to also take from the process of filming, editing, posting, creating this community. I don't think it's wrong to take. I will say, in what manner are you taking? Because there's a manner of being selfish in what I'm saying, because I am growing, resolving issues, and treating this like therapy. And then there's the selfish aspect of like just greed, like, oh, I want to be an influencer. Oh, I want to make so much money from brand deals and YouTube AdSense. Or, there's like that kind of selfish. And then there's like personal growth selfish, I don't agree with the greed selfish. I hope you know that. I'm always saying, I say this a lot when I respond to some of my comments, that relationships are give and take. And I don't see this any differently. This is a relationship. This is my relationship with you. Therefore, I want to give to you as much as I can, but I also want to take as much as I can, as much as I need. And I feel like I'm able to do that. I feel like I'm allowed to do that. And I hope you feel that way too. I hope you feel like you are getting as much as you are giving. Obviously, in this sense, your giving would be a subscribe, a like, a comment. That would be your giving in this kind of situation. This is so weird, but you know what I'm saying. As always, I rambled, and I'm gonna try and edit this all down so it makes sense for you. But yeah, we made it a whole year posting. I do wish that I was able to post weekly, and I think I kept up with that for a few months in the beginning. I'd have to go back and see when I posted those videos, but I think I did manage to do a weekly release in the beginning, and I'm super proud of that. And then of course life happened, so I had to go to the bi-weekly schedule, but I've liked the bi-weekly schedule. It is much more, it's less stressful. There's less pressure on me, but I do miss the fact that posting weekly would allow me to get more videos out in terms of like topics, because I got a whole list of topics going, okay? And some of y'all are giving me some good ideas and they are on my list. But again, bi-weekly schedule means less videos, which just means it's gonna take a while for me to get through those ideas. So bear with me. But if you do have ideas, please leave them in the comments, because some of you guys have come up with some really good ones and I'm excited for when I get to it. I really am. So for now, I'm sticking with the bi-weekly schedule just because it is manageable for me and my schedule and managing Nico's channel. But hopefully, I'm not jinxing myself in saying this, but hopefully sometime next year, maybe I can get a better handle on my time management and juggling everything. And maybe I can go back to a weekly release, because I would love that. But until then, I'll just see you in 2 weeks.